potential customers and users. And they're like, "Oh, AI is bad and it sucks and it's dangerous." And then you're in the pitch mode. No, it is not bad. It is good. So what happens is that the defenses go up instantly. So that was the first thing, is to not pitch. Um, Not everyone's going to buy, for sure. Hi, Kauri. Great to be here, and thank you for the invite. Really appreciate that. I'm in Japan. I'm in Tsukuba, the science city of Tsukuba. Yeah, not so far from Tokyo.
Okay, so could you please quick introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Manas. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Veritas. At Veritas, what we do is we make researchers, professors, research students vastly more productive. We help them carry out research by taking care of their most complex manual and repetitive tasks end to end. So essentially, we help them search, understand, synthesize, and analyze scientific information in minutes rather than days and weeks.
I see. So helping researcher at the like research lab or pharmaceutical companies or university.
Right. So at this point, we started out with pilots at universities, labs in engineering, computing, life sciences. That's where we did our first pilots. And one of our first customers was SBI Tokyo, which is an industry, life science, biology, computing lab. So it's both industry and academia at this point. And we are working primarily with researchers and entire labs. So we are building Veritas, not just me, but the entire team is of a team of researchers, ex-researchers, ex-professors. And the pain points that we're solving are the problems that we experienced ourselves firsthand when we were doing our PhD research postdoc. Ono Pharmaceuticals, she was a life science researcher from Kyoto University and then in industry. Another teammate, Betty, she is an environmental sciences, a climate scientist from Kyushu University and then another institution in Japan. So we've all experienced these pain points, felt them, and that's why this is more of a mission: build solution and generate value for all researchers everywhere.
What is your strength or difference between Veritas and other competitors?
That's an important question because AI has made it possible to help understand research much easier, better, and simpler way. So the way we look at it is not in terms of a competition with other products in the space. There are great companies doing different things. Elicit, Consensus, Undermine, they're building search engines for research and science. There are good research assistants like Undertale, Afore.ai, Elicit, Petal. There are all-in-one sort of platforms like SciSpace and others. So there are many tools that are available to researchers, which is a wonderful thing. It's a great time to be a researcher. I think the most amazing time to be. What we are doing differently is that our customers are early career researchers, but they do have some experience. Their needs are not point solutions. So they are not just looking for papers or they are not just reading a paper. They are doing end-to-end workflows. So they are doing manuscript reviews, manuscript analysis. They're writing grants. They're writing research proposals. They're making hypothesis and project plans. And to do that, they have to go through thousands of papers. 2 papers are published every minute in most disciplines now. And that information overload sort of makes these processes very dense and very complex. So we are differentiated not perhaps in the way that it's AI for research, but in the way the solution we are making and who are we making it for. So we are a research workflow platform, not a point solution, not a specific function, but an end-to-end workflow solution for researchers.
End-to-end workflow is your strength as a Veritas?
Yes.
And do you have paid customers?
Yes, that is a wonderful thing for us. So we started selling about 13 weeks ago, and we have roughly 2600 dollars of monthly revenue now happening, which is a wonderful thing. So we were also fortunate that many of our pilot and POC the products were good. The trial users loved it, and we were able to convert them into customers. So yeah, we have paid customers both in industry and academia, researchers and professors from Osaka University, MIT, EMPA, Zurich, IITs in India. Uh, we have from here, and then our first industry customer is SBI Tokyo.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this, because I noticed many startup founders, they are good at to build, but they are not good at the sales. How did you get the paid customer? So you went to their office in person, or from the just cold reach out email? I'm so curious.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a mix of things, Gauri. We did reached out to people in our network. Within your first network, there are not a lot of buyers. They're users, but surprisingly, people don't buy. Which is ironic because your first customers should be your friends and colleagues, but surprisingly, they don't buy. What happened was people that we met on LinkedIn, on emails, to cold outreach, warm outreach. They love the product and they recommended it to their friends. Even though we did not launch publicly, so to speak, we have over 500, probably 600 plus customers now using. And like I said, we have crossed $5,000 MRR, $5,000 in total revenue, my bad. So it's been pretty good, word of mouth, both cold and warm outreach, yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, as you mentioned, LinkedIn has superpower. Yeah, thanks to LinkedIn, I could find Alchemist, and also I met you. So, and many events happened even in Japan. So it's the place to sharing the information and helping each other. You must using LinkedIn a lot.
It's been a good platform from a point of view of distribution, purely because you talked about sales. We are a small team, and ideally it looks like you write posts or create content and you blast it out on different channels, and it would be ideal. But what happens very quickly is that following through leads, like sales sequences, even on a single channel, is incredibly hard. So what we do is we reach out through emails and LinkedIn only at this point. And soon, with your help and other people's help, we would, through our partnership programs, we would reach out to other people through Twitter and other distribution channels. So we'll sort of get our partners and other people help to do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, let's talk about Alchemist X story. So you joined Alchemist X program, correct?
Yes, last year.
Last year. So was it a few weeks program?
It was, I would say, it extended for a certain period. Like there was active phases, then there was an on-site which I could not join because of the visa situation, and then there was again a second round. For me, somehow, for Veritas, not just me, program was quite extended for quite a bit because our campaigns kept running on for quite some time. So I would say a few months.
So tell us the key takeaways from Alchemist X program.
Right. The program, I would say, a first-time founder with an incorporated entity and everything. The best thing was there was mentorship. The program it kicked off 3 days of sort of intense coaching, how to go about things, and it was very targeted. It was about commercial, like market discovery. So it was about reaching out to potential customers, which was very timely for us because we were building the first product. It was slightly better than an MVP, but not a full product yet. So we wanted to reach customers in the US and talk to them, get their feedback, see what their pain points are. How is the US market different from Japan? So Alchemist X market discovery program was very timely for us, and we worked hard, and we made the most of it. Then we were supported through cold outreach campaign coordinator. She helped us, the team helped us reach out to people on LinkedIn and emails. And then we had somewhere around 15 plus conversions into meetings and trials. So that was pretty impressive.
So from the day one, as a Veritas, you already started to aim to the US market, not only Japanese market.
Yes, we did the pilots in Japan because that's where we had the most access. But at the same time, we also reached out to professors in Europe, researchers in Europe, US, and India at the same time. So we did pilots in 3 different continents parallelly. We learned the pain points, specific problems that we could solve, and somehow they are or were and will be the same because academic and industry research problems are pretty much the same across different countries and different markets.
So you are already serial entrepreneur, Manas, but before joining Alchemist X program and after you finished the program, what do you think? Did your mindset change?
I had never done cold campaigns before Alchemist X. So I had done a lot of customer discovery. I had talked to people, like you go out to an event or a conference, you talk to a bunch of researchers, you get feedback, you talk to people within your network. That's what I had done. But I had never run a cold email campaign or a cold outreach program on LinkedIn. So that was a huge learning experience. It was sort of a growth lever but I had never done that. Being a part of the program, the push, the guidance, and the help that I received sort of helped overcome that inertia. Like, because setting up a cold email setup is quite complex. So getting help with that was, I think, extremely helpful.
I can imagine like cold reach out is, I would say maybe like 80% like kind of a failure or cannot get response. Like it's maybe normal, right? Many people feel, like sad or, I wish I could, like that. But I can imagine, thanks to Alchemist X, like mentorship program, you could get like encouragement from your mentors and you didn't stop, just you did go, right?
Yeah, it was, it depends. If you're asking people just to come and have a chat with you about your pain points, perhaps it was the segment. Our potential customers and users were very open to come and have a conversation. Like I said, within a few weeks of campaigns, we had like 20 or 15 plus meetings set up during the Alchemist X program. But you're right, conversion from, say, 100 outbound emails, no matter how personalized, how specific, 10 to 15% conversion to a trial or a demo, I think is a great thing to achieve. And that's what we have been able to achieve at Veritas. We have around 9.2 conversion to trial and demos. So yeah, what also helps there is targeted outreach. Instead of just spray and spray, if you know who your customers are and constantly sort of zero in on traits and persona variables and sort of figure out, okay, there's this huge circle of 100 people. In my first outbound campaign, only 9 people or 15 people reached out. Who are these 15 people? So next time, instead of 100 people, now you send those emails to the 70 people. And then you try and hit the same 9 to 15 number. And of course, the goal is that you send it to 10 people and 10 people email you back. But that's the ideal thing.
Thank you so much. And you were selected by Alchemist X program to go to Silicon Valley in this February, right? How was it?
Right. So That was a different program. We were selected for the J-Star-X Blitzscaling Ventures. That was Jeffrey Abbott, Chris Ye from Blitzscaling Ventures. They brought us out there, and Yusuke from Jetro, Sam Maeda-san. It was that team that brought us there.
I see. So, Manas, as a CEO, you have to sales activity to your leads, potential customers, and also to investor both way, right? So I know nowadays, thanks to AI, many people use AI, like just like one click sending same emails to people, and then people also get the have AI, maybe like, for example, job application using
Right, right.
LinkedIn, kind of meaningless, unfortunately, because of like people can like be detective using AI. So I think the successful key is kind of authenticity and vulnerability to grab customer and also investor's heart, right? Making trust and then maybe ask help or something. And I think you are good at to do it from your personality or from Alchemist X education. So if you have some tips to other founders who are struggling to talk with investor or like a potential customer, could you please share us?
Absolutely, Gauri. So I don't know what I'm doing right so well, but I would just say a couple of things that I did wrong. So maybe they can avoid doing that because it doesn't help. So early on, yeah, that's the best advice I can give. Like, don't do that because that doesn't work. What works, I don't know, right? So early on, you have this new passion for your product because you have felt the pain, especially when you're building something that you believe in and you have faced for yourself, faced those problems yourselves and you're solving. And because we use our product ourselves as well, like because I'm an assistant professor, so I use it, my boss uses it, and my interns, like my team uses it in our lab as well. So when you meet the first few times I met potential customers and users, and they're like, "Oh, AI is bad and it sucks and it's dangerous," and then you're like, you're in the pitch mode. No, it is not bad. It's good. So what happens is that their defenses go up instantly, and then it just gets like it's not a pleasant experience for them, and it doesn't help anyone. Now, all we have done is someone who came in with their like certain viewpoint that's not aligned with the product, and they go out with that even more reinforced. And what's so even if down the line they ever use AI, they're not going to use your product for sure. So that was the first thing, is to not pitch. Um, Not everyone's going to buy, for sure. Not everyone's going to believe in the product, or even they might not even know that they have a pain point. They might be happy. They might not be willing to change their behavior. So the idea is to not convert anyone. You can sort of the role at a very early stage is to find people sort of already see the pain points and experience them a little bit, and see the value, and sort of get to those people, and those who are not. Yes, if you're building a new sort of a product, it helps to educate, but not from a point of view of, oh, I know it because I know and you don't know. And maybe a couple of times I did that. I mean, I did not say they don't know, but yeah, I did. So definitely don't do that. It doesn't help. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So don't pitch immediately
Yeah.
and have a good conversation
Absolutely.
first.
So at that point, I just say, well, here's the Veritas app. You can, if it's useful for you, please try. And then and then I go to the next one, and then the next one. Yeah. Right. So I've talked a lot about Veritas. We are building for researchers in industry and academia. And our vision, long-term vision, is to build an AI co-scientist that is worthy of doing Nobel Prize winning research. Right now, our vision is our method to get there is to build a bottom-up workflow solution for researchers so that we can start adding value, uh, building a strong, sustainable business around that value, and achieve our vision in a sustainable way. So we're going to raise the next round in November, and we'll be happy to stay in touch, share our growth, our progress as we move forward and build and sell. And we'd like for you to come in, join us in our next round, and support us.
Thank you. So if people want to reach out to you, so LinkedIn is the best place.
Yeah, LinkedIn's great. You can also share my email. That will also be good.
Okay. Manas, thank you so much for your wonderful story today.
Thank you so much for having me, Kauri.
The 3 key takeaways from the conversation with Manas. 1. Veritas solves end-to-end research workflows, not just search. Unlike point solutions that only help researchers find papers, Veritas is building a full workflow platform for early career researchers and labs. The product supports everything from literature reviews and manuscript analysis to grant writing and hypothesis generation. Example, instead of juggling multiple tools to review thousands of papers, a lab can use Veritas to synthesize information, build proposal, and manage research projects in one place. 2. Early traction through authentic outreach. In just 13 weeks of selling, Veritas converted pilots into paying customers across academia and industry, from Osaka University and MIT to FA Tokyo. This was achieved through cold outreach, warm introductions, and word of mouth, not just personal networks. Example, Manas openly shared that friends and colleagues rarely became first paying customers. Instead, cold email and LinkedIn connections brought in 500 plus users and 5K US dollars in early revenue. 3. Mindset shift from pitching to listening. One of Manas's biggest lessons came from the Alchemist X accelerator program, learning not to pitch defensively when people doubt AI, but instead to listen, learn, and move on the right users. Trust and authenticity matter more than trying to convince speakers. Example, when researchers said AI is so bad, instead of pushing back, Manas learned to say, here is Veritas. Try it. If useful, focusing his energy on those who already feel the pain point and see the value. Okay, thank you so much for watching our episode today. We hope this conversation will help your future and career. If you like it, please subscribe us and give you a like. Thank you so much. Bye bye, またね。Ciao.